The following video is about Rust legacy clients, otherwise known as the game you download. The one you're looking at is a rustuj derivative called gamerzone's rustleak. They don't actually have it named that way, but I'm using that so we can separate it. Now this will be concerning rustleak, which is what we're using here, Crimson Rust, rustuj, all three of them, and all of the other clients and servers. What you're looking at right here is what I'm going to call a server browser. It's built into the game, and it lists all the different servers it's able to detect. This is done, I'm going to assume, through either rustuj or the rustleak project by Gamerzone, where they have on their server at their end a utility that goes out and checks every few minutes whether or not these servers are up or down. Let's say Rustland is up or down. It's been down for days and it's still here. Now in this case, it's obviously showing me one that it says is dead, but it lets me try to go after it because it might work. That's good, although you might want to make sure you're aware of that, so that's why they put in -1 of -1 players. Now, and ping is over 9,000. Anyway, but let's bring up a couple of things here. Recently, crimsonrust.eu decided to update their client requirements, and then suddenly everybody playing the game on the next wipe wasn't able to get on. A lot of us disable the updaters that are built in because we don't trust them and shouldn't. And instead of it just showing a list of all the other ones we can go to, like we can see here, it went blank and didn't list anything, which meant it didn't just require that you have the newest version to play on their server, it blanked the list for everybody so they can't go onto another server easily. Again, you can just cut and paste the IP address, which, by the way, sometimes it's not an IP address, it's an actual domain name, but you get the idea. So, Gamerzone's rustleak, however, still was, at least last night, able to go on crimsonrust.eu fun and main quite easily. Also, because it's actually based on rustuj.cz, it can go on the vanilla, battlefield, and arena servers for it, and also it can go on ogrust.eu, mega.nz, basic vanilla, and here's my problem with this copy that you guys have from Gamerzone. It can easily list, by doing the same data grab, rustlegacy.eu's full list of Rust servers they're hosting that are compatible. Now, again, this is right now the most universal client. Even if it doesn't list all the servers it obviously can work on, it's listing a larger number of them than Crimson Rust blanking the entire damn page when it can obviously still work on older servers. This was not needed. That means that the Crimson Rust client, I'm assuming, uses a server lister that's exclusive rather than inclusive. Okay. Now remember, it's a text file. There's only, 40 of us on the whole planet playing this game anymore. Okay? Okay. Meanwhile, Gamerzone's rustleak happily puts up all this list. And you know what? They can make the file twice as big. It would take twice as long to download it, the one time an hour you need to download it, and it would fill this up, and it would be literally almost a perfect client. The only thing missing is for it to cover Rust Roam and Rust Relic. Anyway, I'm going to give a link to where you can download Gamerzone's rustleak, the one that I'm using now, and also if they haven't updated one, I'll include it. I'll also include the ability to download crimsonrust.eu so you can download it, and normally it would be the universal viewer. And also, since they both seem to be based on rustuj, I'll just link to rustuj as well. But one of these one of these projects needs to change the behavior of the Rust legacy client to be a universal Rust server lister. Just let it happen. We don't even need a current listing. We're used to going on here and finding that, if I click on Arena, it's dead for some reason. That's fine. If we had a listing where you only had to update it, let's say once every hour or so on your server, and then shared it so that we could all synchronize them, that'd be great. This would be community-based. This would help us all. This would be peaceful coexistence. Or you could do what crimsonrust.eu did and just make it to where their server lister went blank when it obviously the internet didn't disappear. Just because the client's outdated doesn't mean it can't work on something else that may be older. Okay? Okay. So that's pretty much it. I'll stop whining and complaining. If you have interest in playing Rust Legacy, the video game, I would recommend at this point downloading rustlegacy.eu's 2015 client. So that's 1 gigabyte used up. And then, unfortunately, it would be gamerzone's rustleak client because it actually keeps working since Crimson Rust updating itself hurt itself in its confusion. And that's the reason up until just a few minutes ago, there were nobody on crimsonrust.eu servers at all. Meanwhile, Crimson Rust has now effectively promoted rustleak, not just by me doing this video, but by the fact it was the only server that was freaking working at the time. Now, it may not be working by the time you're looking at it. I don't know. But there you go. Those are the 2 clients I'm recommending, and I'll leave links to both. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. You'll all need it. Bye.